Lion Country Safari is a big part of the wild Palm Beaches. Let's see what's new at this incredible facility. Lion Country Safari opened in the summer of 1967 in rural western Palm Beach County with dozens of free-roaming lions and a few other species. The drive-through safari park is believed to be the first cageless zoo in the country, introducing a new concept in zoology and bringing the experience of an African game park to families who would otherwise not be able to experience an African safari. The Palm Beaches proved to be an ideal location for the park due to its year-round tropical climate, plentiful land, a growing population, and tourists who visit from all over the world. Lion Country Safari is a leader in Palm Beach County's tourism industry, offering a unique and affordable opportunity to enjoy the largest drive-through safari in Florida. The park is accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums and has also been recognized as one of the top 3 zoos in America by USA Travel Guide, one of the 10 best safari parks by USA Today, and Palm Beach County's top local attraction. At Lion Country Safari, large herds of animals from 6 continents roam free. Over 1,000 wild animals, including lions, wildebeest, giraffe, the largest herd of zebras on record in North America, ostrich, chimpanzees, and rhinos, call Lion Country Safari home and roam wide-open, naturalistic habitats. Believe it or not, here in western Palm Beach County, rhinoceros have the right of way, and it's not hard to see why. This afternoon we're here at what best can be described as the maternity ward at Lion Country Safari. And when I say maternity ward, I'm referring to white rhinos, because here we've got Mother Bloom, who's 22 years old, and we've got her 2-week-old young calf called Josh. I'm here with Hayley Possessor of Lion Country Safari, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the Rhino program here at Lion Country. So tell me, how long has the program been going with the white rhinos here?
Lion Country Safari has been participating in the white rhinoceros species survival plan since the 1970s. And since that time, we've had 38 white rhinos born here at the park.
It's quite a privilege to be standing here with white rhinos, considering the fact that at the turn of the 20th century, there were probably no more than 60 southern white rhinos left in the entire world. And most of them came from my home country of South Africa, in the northeastern portion of South Africa, a place called KwaZulu-Natal. And it's from that seed population that all white rhinos found in the world today originate. So today we're looking at numbers around 18,500 or thereabouts, and it's testament to the great success story of the conservation of this iconic species. And you guys here at Lion Country Safari are doing some fantastic work, so tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, we're always happy to support the conservation efforts of the species, especially species that are as threatened with extinction, such as the white rhinoceros. And as part of continuation of that conservation programming, we are a happy participant of the AZA's, or the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, White Rhinoceros Species Survival Plan. That's a lot of words to basically say that we are participating in the long-term conservation of a healthy population of white rhinos under human care as the wild populations decline and face threats. So currently we actually do have 2 white rhino calves that were born very, very recently. So we have Josh, and then we also do have Aziza.
That's great, and I believe that Bloom is not a first-time mother, is she?
She's not. Bloom has been a wonderful participant of the species survival plan, especially since her genetics are considered underrepresented in the population. So that makes her contributions even more valuable. And this is actually, Josh is her 5th calf that she's had.
And tell us why it's important to have rhino in captivity and breed them in captivity. Because a lot of people think, oh, well, it's cruel to maybe have them here. They need vast areas in which to roam. Tell us a little bit about why it's important, but also the habitat here at Lion Country Safari for these white rhinoceros.
Of course. So I'd like to start and just kind of reiterate that the rhinos that are behind us, Bloom and Josh, are in a maternity area. And this is a really important area so that they can form that really close mother-son, mother-calf bond. Bloom's only job is to focus on being a mom, so there's no herd politics or anything of that nature, and we form that close bond here. But once Josh gets a little older and a little bit bigger, they get to go out into the main herd habitat with the rest of the herd and roam tons of acres of habitat throughout the day. So we have a really great setup here at Lion Country Safari where we have acres and acres for the animals to roam free, and then guests as they're coming through are actually confined in their own vehicles while the animals roam free around them. So this is so important for the animals as well as the conservation of the species. So it's important for us to be able to have these kinds of breeding and conservation programs like the White Rhinoceros Species Survival Plan, because it ensures the long-term survival of the species under human care, to make sure that there is always a population that continues to exist. In the event that rhinos need to be repopulated in the wild, that can be something that could potentially be accomplished, and we see that with other species. So that's really important to make sure that we continue to have a healthy population. And also kind of on the other side, it's really important for people to make connections to these animals. Without seeing animals like Bloom and baby Josh, they may not understand exactly how impressive, how fascinating, how amazing white rhinos truly are. And we need to see these animals to really want to care for them and want to conserve them long term. We know exactly who is whose parents, who would be a good mate with whom, and we work cooperatively with other Association of Zoos and Aquariums accredited facilities to make sure we're maintaining those healthy populations, not just health-wise, but also genetically healthy as well.
And there's nothing cuter than a baby white rhino. You know, people often think, oh, how can a rhino be cute? But look at this little guy and have a look at his facial features and his antics. They're really playful, and when you see a baby white rhino in the field, especially the young males, they get really boisterous. And this little calf is only 2 weeks old, but yet he'll walk up to anything unfamiliar, he'll do a mock charge, and he'll sort of run back, and they almost have this like puppy dog appearance in their antics, don't they?
They do. And we have such an intensive care program here. You know, as he's exploring his world, we'll start to introduce him to contact with the keepers, because as they get older, we want to make sure that we're constantly aware of their health and their state every morning. So it's important for him to become comfortable with the keepers checking on him, inspecting him, making sure his eyes look healthy. So you'll see as he gets older, he'll start to get a little bit more comfortable coming closer to keepers, even though he's still very curious, adventurous, and exploring everything that's new around him.
So when will he actually venture out into the main area to join the other rhinos?
That's a great question. They will usually come out after about 3 months in the maternity area, so it's a good solid 3 months of bonding, nursing from mom, growing a little bit, getting bigger, and getting a little bit more confident as well.
And it's amazing watching these rhinos and looking at how well adapted they are to their lifestyle of feeding on grass, because there are different species of rhinos. There are 5 species worldwide and 2 species found in Africa. The white rhino, which is broken into 2 subspecies, the northern white rhino, which is almost extinct, and the southern white rhino. And if you look at the 2, and then there's the black rhino, which is the other species, but if you look at the 2 species, there's a lot of difference between them, because white rhinos are grazers, and if you look at the body structure, you'll notice that their heads are elongated, and they almost graze like lawnmowers from side to side. And look at the big hump on the back of the neck between the shoulders, and that big hump is basically pure muscle, which is used to control and support that neck as it moves from side to side when they graze. So the source of the demise of rhinos across the world is that right there, their horn. And the horn on a white rhino, in fact all rhinos, is basically just keratin, the same substance found in our fingernails. And it's really tragic because there are no real functional uses for white rhino horn. A lot of people in the East will say, oh, it's great for, you know, dagger handles for young men in Yemen, for example, when they graduate to manhood. And then people will say you can grind it up for medicinal purposes, aphrodisiacs, all kinds of cures and so-called medical uses, but none of this has been proven. And it's crazy that we've brought an entire species basically to its knees for something that really isn't medically useful whatsoever. And we're very privileged here in the Palm Beaches to witness the recovery of incredible species like southern white rhino, and the great work that you are all doing here at Lion Country Safari, ensuring that if white rhino, God forbid, do go extinct in the wild, we have a great population of them here in captivity where we can replenish those stocks that become extinct.